Hello, listeners. Hi, my name is Madhavi, and I'm so happy to have you on UppTalk. You have come to the right place if you want to learn about IT and do really cool things with your hands. We are not just another IT company when I say UppTalk. Think of us as your learning partner dedicated to helping you reach your full potential. We have top notch hands on courses to help you build your business, whether you're new to technology or want to move up in your current job. Let's look around this as our first step towards learning.
So yesterday we discussed about one time of plan. What are the key factors? We discussed about it. We talked about one holiday calendar. These are the stuff that we have discussed and it is for quite straightforward and quite easy. All right. Today we were working on one of the time. One of the reports that one of the time of plan. All right. And the time of plan name is RP Vacation 1.0 and your vacation name is Sick Vacation. All right, right. Yeah, I did create that. Okay, all right, we will see that. So again, let's edit our time of plan. Yes. Mola. The moment you click on the view time of plan, you will from the drop down menu, you will choose your time of plan. So here we have a demo plan known as RP Vacation. Okay, now in order to edit it, time of plan are always based on snapshot or snapshot is basically nothing. It is basically a record from which the plan has been effective. Alright, so effective snapshot is 01/01/2019. Alright, after that when we are making editing that time of plan, we need to choose the effective date from which effective date the plan should be changed or should we use the existing one. So currently we do not have any existing effective date. So what? Which means we would be choosing that specific date from the back end. All right. So let me choose it 001/20/2020. Previously it was 010/1/2019. 19th. All right, so but it's not allowing us from the initial snapshot. So we chose the first date from the effective dates as 001/2020 all. Okay, yesterday we covered this part, the balance part. Today we are going to talk about calculation part. Okay, so yesterday the two parameters that we covered was end of the peer accrual frequency method of the time of plan, which means on which date the cool should be given. Is it going to be the end of period or the start of period? All right. End of period means 31st of January. Start of period means 1st of January. Okay. After that, days to include Monday to Friday. We talked about this thing, time of balance, lower limit, and time of balance and limit. What does that mean? Upper limit means, for example, a company gives you 30 days per year, all right, and you have your balance has 30 days. Your balance has these 30 days, all right. After that, the company says that until unless you do not utilize your balance, we won't be giving you any accrual, all right. That is the meaning of upper limit. Okay, 30. So need to use all 30 days. No, the limit is, yeah, some if we have used 28, okay. So which means you still have a cap of two balances to reach the maximum limit that is 30. So, yeah, that is a meaning of upper limit over here. Upper limit means the what is the topmost values that you can hand after that, which we cannot surpass those values. All right, that is 30 days. All right for a calendar year. All right after that time of balancing, lower limit. Lower limit means okay. A lower limit means you cannot go beyond that. You cannot take beyond those leaves. For example, in some company, the company do allow that if you have exhausted your balance, you can take maximum. You can go maximum -2, okay, or -5 that we basically define over here. Some company says that no, you cannot go beyond that, whatever you have. Some company says 0, that if you exhausted your balance, you cannot take that vacation. Okay. And some company says that you can take -2. Okay. As the balance, which means 32, where you have entitled of 30, but you have taken 32, all right. So which means after on your next accrual, that balance would be taken as captured. Okay. On the next accrual means on the next accrual monthly wise or yearly wise, that balance would be taken care of. All right, that is the functionality of lower limit daily quantity default. Daily quantity it is. If it is in days, then company has a policy how many quantity that worker can use on it. Yeah, it's just 8 hours straight one, which means the daily quantity would be 1. Okay. Is this correct? Is this making sense to you? Yeah, so the daily quantity is like we are saying 1 day rather than 8 hours, right? Because our units are 8 days, that is 1 day. If you would have make it hours, then whatever the company's daily hours to do, hours for a day would be added. Okay, so this section has been done. Okay, now let's go to the another section that is accrual. Accrual is what accrual is balance giving balance. All right. What is it? What is accrual from your standpoint of view? So, for example, if there is like 30 days of available balance for me to take that year, and if I only have used 28, the 2 days from this year will be accrued for next year. You know that is carryover, okay? Accrual is actually balance giving. Approval means balance keeping. Okay, you have configured those areas that maximum, might and maximum. 30 to night. What? How the balance is given? Let's make it a little big. 50. Okay, now let me make it a rule. In time of fun, you create a accrual. Also, everything is effective dated. Everything is a snapshot basis. RPA accrual is the balance store, the balance store area, the balance store area. Okay, just remember. Here you get a calculation part. Okay, what you want to do. So my company says that on an yearly basis, the worker should be getting 30 days. 30 days, okay, 30 days a year. So which means 30 divided by 12, how much it would be with the gun, whatever. The company has a policy almost like 2.5 days. Yeah, most are 2.5 days. So let's make it 2.5 because I want second. So when you give me an example. So for example, like there are 24 days that you're allowed to do. So you're saying it's balance keeping, right? So can you give me an example of an accrual? So let me share you one balance keeping in says how the balance is getting stored, where the balance is getting stored, how the balance, what is. The accrual means your balance. Okay, I means if there is, like as I mentioned, like if there is 30 days and then your balance of 2 years, 2 days that you have not used the accrued, right? No, that would be carryover. That would be okay. So then how is the difference? Carryover is moving from this year to another year. Your balance is getting transferred, and accrual means your present balance, the systematic way of getting your present balance. Okay, all right. So don't go look into these stuffs. Okay, so there are two concepts when it comes to Workday. Okay, so there are two options. Either in accrual, there are two options. Either you give the amount right away at one go from on the first year, that 30 is the balance, or you gave it by month, month by month by month, which is 2.5 accumulation, 2.5 accumulation, 2.5 accumulation. All right, if you don't check this box now. So there are three options in Workday. All right, if I want to give it in one go, like if I make it like 30. Okay, and if I make check this front loaded, which means the worker will be getting the balance at one go. All right, the first period the worker would be getting the balance. That is the concept of front loading. All right. First period. The first period, like first period means January 1st. All right, if you don't check it, if you want it to be month by month, if you want it month by month, so you can have this calculation. People do create the automatic calculation all the time, 2.5, and you click OK. So when your time tracking is interacting with your absence, then here you will be mentioning the time calculation tag also. For example, if your regular hours, the number of hours that has been approved would be an accrual, then you would be adding those regular hours over here. All right, regular time calculation tag. All right. So yeah, now just let's keep it simple. Okay, sorry, one question, what is based on as of date? So it will show like what is our balance as of today kind of thing, right? Yeah, yep. Don't use that, okay. All right, so you click, okay, let's make it very simple. Okay, after that day we have configured the balance accumulation. That is accrual. Okay, we have configured accrual, we have made the calculation, all right, and now let's configure time off. What is a time off? Time off is that entity through which you request that I want my vacation to be deducted. Okay, you don't request time off plan, you request time off that I am on a vacation time. Okay, I need a vacation time. I don't need a vacation time off plan, I need a vacation time off, correct. Yeah, okay. That is a thing we are going to configure. You click on the plus button, you go and create time off. Right? You gave an aiming convention. Keep the same as over here, then time of type. Okay. So whatever the way we see now over here in time tracking, time entry type, similarly, time of type is the same thing. Okay. You define the name over here, so we will create this as Vika. All right. So we have created Vika. We have created time of priority. Priority is like the drop down menu one. All right. Okay. All right. I just went aloud, which means if someone wants to adjust this, okay, hide self service bins. The worker will not be able to request it. The manager or HR admin would be able to request it. Time calculation tag. If you want the tag to be mapped so that the hour should should deduct. So you map the time calculation tag entry option as you know. Entry option time tracking, or whether you should use through time tracking or time off or time tracking or time off. You know that, all right. All right, so now the second thing these overrides, we will explain it in later, but now let's talk about validation. Okay, validation. The time of time tracking gives a very good example of creating the errors on the same go. All right. For example, we are talking about days. Okay, the first thing here, you get a limited option like maximum, minimum. Okay, increments, how many increments you can add. So let's make it a 0.5. 0.5 means a half a day leave or a full day. All right, you cannot ask for Pona, then Pona daily, I'll come at by. Quarter, like I'll come up by 2.5 hours. That is not allowed, my friend. Okay, that is the increment value whenever you are entering the time of all right. Max Maximum is 1. You can take maximum 1 daily. 1 daily for a day. For a day, you can take 1 daily common sense. You cannot ask for 2 daily for 1 day. That is a common sense. So that is a cap that you need to add. If you don't add it now, then a people can for a day. But yeah, there is. There are certain times where you will add a lot of days into a single day. That comes when you are working on vacation by or call out vacations. Okay, these terminology. Okay, then maximum unpaid. Unpaid units means going beyond the lower limit. Okay, going beyond the lower limit is known as unpaid. We need to give a hard stop. None, you cannot go. So what does all time of entries for the worker on same day? Maximum 1, brother. Okay, you would need to, and here you can add your custom test over here. Okay, now let's click OK and let's now see on Lee Grant how things are working. Okay, first your time of plan is ready. We have configured each of this section. Okay, you will refer this time of plan to create your time of plan part 1. Okay, this is a part simple time of plan. We will get into complexity later. But yeah, so lead Grant. Okay, now let's see. First, see how to see how the balance is getting accumulated. Go to the time and leave. Okay. Go to view time of results by period. Okay. Click. Always use this. This is a very good thing where you will see what is the background history for that worker. Okay. All right. Now click time of plan. Time of plan over here. Vacation 1.2. Now periods because it was a monthly period schedule. Let's see for 2020 how the balance has been accumulated. Correct, yeah. Now see. So first January 2.5 accrued in the period. Okay. Second February 0.5, 2.5, 2.5. The balance is getting added. Okay, 2.5. It is not that hard. Okay. So by the end of the year, he has how many of balance? 30. Correct, right? All right. Now let's request time off. Okay, request time off. How to request time off? Go to action, go to time and leave and enter time off. Okay, now the time type that we have requested. So as of balance as of 01/25/2021, let's request the time of type you would select over here. You got the week hour here. The thing that we created daily quantity. Automatically it should be 1. Came 1 if you make it like 1.25. Okay, now see what will happen. Okay, all right, if I make it 2, then what will happen? Cannot be only 1 day later. Okay, but if I make it 0.5, then and I submitted half a degree. You saw that, yeah. Okay, create the time of plan. Okay, but in your time of plan, what you will do? What you will do, you add 12 to the plan and click front load it, and on the scheduling. Below the scheduling, you just choose first period. Okay. Under the scheduling means, well, let me show you. What you will do. You will go to the one while creating, where please edit the time of plan by effective 01/01/2020 and go to the accrual whenever you are creating the accrual. The thing that you need to do would be, for me, I can only see 2021. So I'm going to say you could do it 2021. Okay, what the first thing would you need to do? You need to click front loaded over here. Okay, front loaded over here, and after that go to scheduling and period. Okay, I need to do the calculations first, right? Because I have to select the lower limit and upper limit and all that. All right, one second. Scheduling period and date at January. Okay, this scheduling under the scheduling. All right, make it okay. I'll see that. Today I'll be giving you two homeworks, creating two time of plans. Today is basic. Tomorrow it will be going to be complex. So create two time of plans. Okay, and that is one is for the country. Germany, okay? All right, country Germany. All right, that here is your vacation plan for the country Germany. This is the requirement time. Okay, the carry, no carryover. Okay, no carryover. Okay, remember that, note it down. No carryover. Maximum upper limit is 30. Sorry, maximum upper limit is 30. Accrual is 3 per month. Okay, and this is for all type of employees. Okay. All type of employees, contractor or whatever it is. This is the time come up and one. Okay, now create another time of plan. This is for no, let it be. I would ask you to analyze one of the time of plan so that I'll ask you questions on that once you go through it. Oh, analyze this time of plan or stayers leave plan. Okay, and tomorrow I'm going to ask you questions on this as use annual leave. All right, okay? So today's a lot of tasks has been given. So please go through it, and the accrual would be given on the start of the period. Okay, start of the period, okay? All right, you got the basic requirement. Go ahead and start it, and also would like to see the employees that you choose. Germany, employee Germany. If there's a Germany employee, it is well enough. If there is no Germany employee, then I would say you go to your favorite country, Canada, not Canada, UK. All right, that is a homework. So today's session was quite short, but it was quite informative. It was like a simple thing. So accrual means what? The balance keeping. So basically for the entire 12 years, if you want to see the first month, so it kind of accrue. It kind of shows us like what is the balance available for us to use. The balance part accrues always is about what is the balance you're getting. Balance configuration. Balance configuration accrual means that all right. Carry over means when you are carrying those balance from one year to another year. All right, your balance is exhausted. For this year, you got 30 and you used 20, but you have 10 days also only if what happens, you carry over those 10 days to other next year. Correct. But in casual leaves, what happened? It get lapse. We say that now a lot of time my vacation would get lapse here rather if I don't you use it. Okay, that means under the carryover. We have kept that. Under the carryover, we have kept it 0. All right. You understand the points. That is the terminology that we use. Okay. All right. It was quite informatic. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Bye. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@therightuptalk.com.